such as reinforced concrete bunkers, underground facilities, or deeply buried structures before detonating. They rely on heavy, hardened casings for deep penetration, often using kinetic energy from high-altitude drops, rather than massive explosive payloads alone. The concept has evolved significantly over time. Early history, World War II era. The modern origins trace back to World War II. British engineer Sir Barnes-Wallis developed large earthquake bombs that created shock waves to collapse underground structures. A Tallboy, 5-ton bomb, used against targets like V-weapon sites and U-boat pins. Grand Slam, 10-ton bomb, the largest conventional bomb of the war, capable of penetrating deep before exploding to undermine fortifications. These were precursors to modern bunker busters, emphasizing penetration and seismic effects over direct blasts. Germany also experimented with rocket-propelled, armor-piercing bombs and specialized artillery shells, e.g., Ruckling shells, for similar purposes. Post-War, the U.S. adapted some designs, such as adding guidance to create the Tarzan 2 bomb, used sparingly in the Korean War against underground command centers. In modern development, 1990s onward, the need for advanced bunker busters surged during the 91 Gulf War, Operation Desert Storm. Iraqi forces had deeply buried command, bunkers that standard bombs couldn't reliably reach. The U.S. rapidly developed the GBU-28, Guided Bomb Unit 28, a 5,000-pound laser-guided bomb, designed and deployed in under 3 weeks using repurposed artillery barrels for the casing. Capable of penetrating 20-30 feet of reinforced concrete or over 100 feet of earth. First combat use, February 27, 1991, by F-111s against a Baghdad area bunker shortly before the ceasefire, often credited with helping break Iraqi resistance by showing no underground site was safe. This marked a key milestone in precision-guided deep penetration weapons. Subsequent developments included W-37, GPS-aided variant, Bu-1 series, used in various conflicts for hardened targets. In the early 2000s, concerns over deeply buried facilities, e.g., in Iran or North Korea, led to the Jagbu-57, massive ordnance penetrator MOP, weighs 30,000 pounds, 3,600 kg, 20 feet long, designed for extreme penetration up to 200 feet of earth or significant concrete. Carried only by B-2 Spirit, stealth bombers, and later potentially the B-21 Raider. Developed starting around 2004-2007 under the Big Blue program, with major testing in 2012. Usage in invasions and conflicts. Bunker busters have seen limited but high-impact use, often in air campaigns rather than full-ground invasions. 1991 Gulf War, GBU-28 debut. Minimal numbers used but psychologically significant. Historical development timeline. The concept dates back to World War II, with early innovations, focusing on massive conventional bombs and armor-piercing designs. 1930s, 1940s, early precursors. German engineer August Konders developed Ruckling shells, long, high-density artillery projectiles, tested against Belgian forts in 1942-1943 for enhanced penetration via sectional density. UK. British engineer Barnes-Wallis created the foundational earthquake bombs. Tallboy 12,000 lb, some 5.4 tons. Dropped from high altitude to burrow and create shockwaves collapsing. Underground structures, e.g., U-boat pens, V-weapon sites. Grand Slam 22,000 lb sur Chandon. The largest W-2 conventional bomb used to undermine fortifications through seismic effects. Post-War, Korean War, limited U.S. adaptations, like guided versions, e.g. Tarzan bomb, saw minor use against underground targets. 1991, Gulf War, Desert Storm. Modern bunker busters emerged due to Iraqi deeply buried command bunkers. The U.S. rushed the GBU-28, LB laser-guided penetrator, developed in weeks using repurposed artillery barrels. Penetrated 20-30 FT of concrete or 100 plus FT of earth. First combat drop, February 27, 1991, by F-111s helped psychologically break Iraqi defenses.